Big G, Trip OG. I can see I got a G in Shannon name now. Big G, Trip OG.
Hey,
What's
man,
up, fellas?
I'm chilling. You see, I got them algorithms up early and often, Tate. We're going to have a good show, man. We're going to have a good show. It's a bye week, but I think this might be one of our best in-depth shows we've had in a long time. We got a lot of stuff to talk about and
We
process.
have the best in-depth show every week.
I know, man, but listen, I think it's going to be, I think because we don't have to worry about so much breaking down the game with this week coming, we've already analyzed the Giants games, film, and all whatever else. So we can really talk about where we are as far as the state of the union for the Steelers. That's what I'm thinking. So it's going to be
I like
a good
it. I
conversation.
like it. Yeah.
That's what the midterm grade gonna be about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you and Shannon. I got a grade card. I think it's like offense, defense, special teams, coaching, miscellaneous, and something else. And y'all gotta both give your grades on those subject that subject matter.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna
Absolutely.
talk about the Giants game that just happened Monday, and it's what Wednesday. So that was just two days ago. Usually we talking on Wednesday about the game that's upcoming for Sunday.
Right.
But this week there's a bye, so we get to talk about the game that just happened Monday.
Yeah.
Not quite the Steeler post game, but the Steeler the day after, something like that.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You guys doing good, Big G, man.
Man,
I see you about to marry another one off, man.
Yeah. I got the second daughter, 2 out of 3 done got engaged back-to-back weekends, man. So now my youngest daughter is engaged, my middle daughter is engaged, my oldest daughter's boyfriend. Man, me and him gonna have a conversation, man, because he tripping, man.
What? Oh, because he ain't asked him yet?
No, he ain't. It's not. He's not a bad kid, man. It's just that. Listen, man. You see what's happening, right? So it's time for you to do. I can't say it because we're on a family-friendly show, but it's that word that starts with an S and ends with a T, and get off the pot. It's that word.
You can simply say poop or get off the pot.
Yeah, something like that. He's got but he's a good kid. He's a good kid. I don't dislike him at all.
I mean, if you was my to-be father-in-law, you couldn't have me propose before I was 30. Now, on my 30th birthday, I might drop to a knee.
You might be to the curb quick.
But I'm saying, I might have to put hands on you, Pops.
Oh, that's an automatic L. that's an automatic L, dog. An automatic L. No way.
But no, it works. I mean, you and Shannon been married 30 years and 27 years.
Yeah. Shannon's son got engaged too. On the same day. My daughter got engaged. Same day.
Same day?
Yep.
Saturday night, my son had been planning it for a while. And we went to a local fine dining place, and that we always take her, his fiance, on her birthday. And so she thought she was just there for her birthday. And he surprised her, and the video's up, but it was special, and God is good.
Amen. Absolutely, bro.
I miss stuff on Facebook. I don't see her. I got to go back and look for that one though.
Yeah, you have to watch it. It's good.
Yeah.
But congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Dad also. Just multiplying your patriarchs.
Yes. Building an army.
Join the army.
No, I'm building an army.
Oh, building an army.
Yeah,
you got to get some boys in that thing, Big G.
That's why. What do you think I'm trying to have happen here, man? Listen. I don't have no sons, but I'm gonna have a gang of grandsons. I'm gonna have a gang of them, boy. A gang of them.
Well, I guess but I mean, you grew up in the house with all sisters.
Yep, except for mom.
You had mom down in Texas, so that's your brother, but you ain't grew up in the house with you.
Mm-hmm.
See, in my situation, I had one of each. One
Good
brother,
enough.
sister.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So we gonna get ready to get this party started. Started on the show. I mean, congratulations to the soon-to-be father-in-laws.
Yep.
That is certainly a blessing.
Yes.
Shannon asked me off air how I'm doing with this new kidney. I'm doing really well. You got to do what you got to do. I'm actually tired 2 weeks in of taking all my vitals 3 times a day. You got to take your blood pressure. You got to take your oxygen, heart rate. You got to take your temperature. And you got to take your blood sugar. So 3 times a day, that becomes, a lot. But it's what you got to do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I didn't get as far as I got by not doing what I was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's big fact. That's absolute huge facts.
Check in with the surgeons twice a week, which Georgetown Hospital is like 22, 24 miles from my house. And they want you there like 7 in the morning. So I got to ride with the work traffic going into Northwest DC. That's gets tiring, but it's to the end of November. I got this thing, and I'm doing good. So, I'm blessed. That's all I can say is I'm blessed.
Absolutely.
I don't want to gloss over anything lightly.
Nope.
You know what I mean? I'm here for it.
Yep.
So, fellas, we're gonna jump on.
Wait a minute, time out. What you got on your shirt?
Oh man, you know where I'm from, Big-G.
The Sid. The West Side. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man.
This one, the Dre shirts when they had that.
Yeah.
The West Side picnic for the 4th of July. I got a couple of them.
Shannon, he got the Sid up there, boy. The Sid from Lift.
Hey, Shannon, where we from? We from the west side of town. And when we were like junior high, it was West Junior High, South Junior High, North Junior High. So that started the whole rivalry. And you had to represent where you was from. Always. Yeah. So that's where that letter is from. Probably one of Big G's football letters in junior high.
7th grade football letter. Got it. Still got it.
Our uniforms are like the Green Bay Packers.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was saying, fellas, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play the intro. Then as soon as we come back from the intro, we're gonna take a quick break, get a commercial break out the way. Hear a few words from our partners if you listen on audio. If you're watching on YouTube, you know what it is. We'll be back a few seconds after the intro, and then we're gonna get into it. Pause, no Diddy.
No doubt, baby.
So yeah, we'll be right back after this. Pittsburgh Steelers fans, thank you for joining us for another Wednesday night episode of the Pump Your Brakes podcast. I'm not sure if it's what win. I know Fridays be freaky, Big G. What do Wednesdays be?
The hump day.
Hump day Wednesday.
Yeah.
Well, Wednesday is always hump day because it's like the midpoint of the week, right? I mean, the week is shorter after Wednesday. Do you still call Wednesday hump day when you off work?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. It's in the middle. It's the pinnacle.
You off work, so you really 3/5 of your work week is typically over.
It's all downhill from here, baby.
All downhill from here.
That's right. All downhill.
Hey man, let's shout out a couple of the folks in the live chat, man, before we jump in here. Again, let's give them about 90 seconds. Shout out who you can, Big G.
Man, it's Mark Toblin, Brian Brown, Jared Devil, Tom Dessenberger, George T. Afton, Sherry Richards, Mean Green, the Claude Bishop Matrix champion himself, Daniel Reed, Still, what's up, Steelers Nation, Australia? What's cracking? Steelers fanatic.
Is that Maddie?
Yeah, Matty over there, man. I see him.
No, that's Marky.
Oh, that's Marky. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to homie Marky down under.
Yep. Jared Devil over there. Erica J. Who else am I missing, man? Chaz H is over there. It's a lot of people over there, bro. Daniel Reed is over there. Luke Cage over there. Kathy Mother of Afton is over there. It's a lot, man. Blackstreet's over there. Craig Withrow. Rob Lightfoot. You know, the usual crew. Brad Bowman.
Oh, the Quad Father just got in the building.
I seen him.
In SM99.
Yep.
Val Ford in the building.
Yeah, we got about 101 watching us, man. So, you know, y'all know how we get on with the rhythms. Y'all know what to do. I ain't even got to. Listen, we're to the halfway point of the season. Ain't no more coaching. Y'all know what to do, man. You know what to do.
No doubt. No Diddy, no doubt.
Facts.
I'm saying this is not a no Diddy. It's just no doubt like they know what to do.
Facts.
So, fellas, we just going to jump into the early portion of the week, Steeler news. You guys want to just say what news is going on this week or review the Giants game and then do the news and then get to the grades? How you want to do it?
We'll do the news, man. Shannon, I'll just throw a couple of things out there that was reported that I saw. We have officially activated Mr. Cook, the offensive tackle. Dylan Cook off the IR. So we need him definitely to help build the offensive line roster that we currently have based on the injuries that we've had. I'm hearing that Corey Trice is 100% go off of the IR as soon as everything's officially cleared. So he should be cleared by Friday. We did place Roman Wilson on IR. So he's going to be out a minimum of 4 weeks. He still has a glaring hamstring issue. Cordell Patterson.
He going to end up being like Calvin Austin was his rookie year.
Could be. Maybe get a red shirt. Mm-hmm. Cordell Patterson is definitely on progress, on track to be off the snot at the IR. Zach Frazier has progressed enough to where he's definitely going to be playing next week when we come off the bye. So it's a lot of good things for the Steelers, man.
Sutton was reinstated.
Yeah, he's been reinstated by the NFL.
Let me ask you this right now. You think, what's that do for Beanie Bishop? Does Cam come in and take the starting position? As Beanie plays so well, he ain't going to start? Do they find another role for Beanie, just get him on the field? Because he's deserving of field play. But, Cam Sutton being an established veteran, especially at that position, how you guys think that shakes out?
I think Beanie starts, but I want to hear what Shannon say.
I had a conversation with somebody about that today. Beanie's earned his playing time. Beanie's everything I said he would be, and then some. He's feisty. He's a good tackler. He's good at coverage. He's got a nose for the ball. The guy makes plays. Cam Sutton comeback is just an addition. Mm-hmm. It's not going to take Beanie off the field, but Cam can play deep safety, which he did his last season in Pittsburgh. He can play some slot. You can even, if he gets matched up out wide, so be it. He's going to bring more versatility. Corey Trice is coming back. Corey's got to see the field because he was playing very well prior to his injury.
Facts.
So the Steelers are going to have impressive secondary depth, especially if they got Terrell Edmonds too behind Elliott. So I've been very frustrated in recent weeks that they're going to that zone or that off man and they're just giving up 8-10 yard completions and trying to wait for the teams to make a mistake. And it's almost cost them on multiple occasions. So they need to get back being more aggressive in the secondary and give this pass rush time to get home. Because they're getting there when they're giving him, keeping it under 2.5 seconds. But they're letting the guys get rid of the ball way too quick. Them throws that Danny Jones had the other night, he was able to get his rhythm because there wasn't any contention.
Yeah.
You don't play Joey Porter Jr. off.
Yeah.
He's not effective off man. He has to be up, bump, and run.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where he's good. So I think the secondary is only going to be stronger in the second half of the season. But in no way do I think Cam Sutton is cutting into Beanie's minutes.
Yeah. Agreed. Shannon, I'm going to say that, Tate, I'm going to say this too. I think with Trice back, with Cam Sutton back, and us at full strength, we have probably the best depth in the entire NFL concerning defensive backs. Considering that we still have KZ, considering the fact that we still have Minka, we have Elliott, we have Jackson, we have JPJ, Trice. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Edmonds, we have quality depth for the Pittsburgh Steelers at defensive back. And so I look for them to be more aggressive, Shannon, to piggyback off what you're saying, starting after the bye. Well, we're going to play a lot more press, single high. I started to see them gravitated towards it the last couple of games, but I think you're going to see more and more and more press because they think and feel that Herbig, that Watt, that Highsmith, that Moon, they can get home. They're like, listen, all I got to do is just not have a window, and we can get to that quarterback. So I'm looking for a lot more press, and I'm looking for the Steelers' defensive backfield to be really aggressive in the second half of the season, bro. Tate got the big fine. Yeah. Look at him, man. He got
He's
the big
still
fine.
talking.
He's still talking. He don't even see. All he sees is the fine picture.
He's still talking.
I know it.
Listen, Beanie going to the bench just like Justin Fields. 20 is better. I'm not going to say 20 is better. I will say
Nope.
I think Beanie has the position for the first game or two back. Then at some point, Tomlin got to see what he got in Cam Sutton. Tomlin always errs on cautions on the side of veterans.
That's facts.
So I think Sutton gets his chance, and if he don't come in and outplay what Beanie was doing, Beanie will be right back. But Sutton is going to get an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to be a role guy. He's going to roam around. He's going to play multiple positions. He ain't going to just be slot.
Well, I mean, are they taking Jackson or Porter off the field?
No way.
I mean, so with three safeties, does he replace KZ? He don't replace Minka or Elliott.
Yeah.
So where is there to roam in the secondary with so many good players?
I think
if you've been watching, KZ is getting reps, and Edmonds is getting reps, and Sutton's going to get reps at all three positions.
Yeah. And Sutton is a chess piece for when, because see, down the stretch, we got the Philadelphia Eagles, we got the Kansas City Chiefs, we got the Baltimore Ravens who act like they got 95,000 receivers now. So Sutton is a chess piece to where we can be aggressive. Listen, if a team comes out in 11, you press man, Minka back, and send the house after whoever's playing quarterback for the other team. And I think that's what you're going to see, man.
I'm all about that press man life because we too deep across the secondary, and you really with Herbig back healthy, and like you said, the emergence of Moon, Big G, you really deep at the OLB too.
Yeah.
At the edge.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but we get into that when we get into the grades.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon, you were talking about TJ and Beanie. Tell us about the accolades they received this week.
Well, TJ, off his 2-sack, forced fumble recovery, 2 tackles for loss, 7 overall tackles. He was the AFC Defensive Player of the Week. And then Calvin Austin III was Special Teams Player of the Week, AFC, with his 73-yard punt return. And not counting his 29-yard touchdown reception. And then Beanie Bishop made the top 5 rookies of the week. So that's 2 weeks in a row for Beanie. So people need to pay attention. The Steelers had multiple guys play big roles. Alex Highsmith had one of the top 5 games of the year for an edge rusher with all of his pressures. I think they give him credit for 12 pressures.
Facts.
So, Watt made his plays, but Highsmith had 2 sacks, 12 pressures, and looked like the best pass rusher on the field Monday night.
Facts. I like that comment, Tate. Valley Ford said there were a bunch of splash plays spread across many D players. That is big facts, man.
Yep.
That is big facts.
But they got to stop getting gutted, man.
Yeah.
Oh, they're getting gashed. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That has to stop. That's the only reason the game was even close.
But they are playing very tentatively. Like I said, they're playing off man or zone, and they're not good at it. And they're giving up chunk plays. And then on the long touchdown run, Elliott, it wasn't his fault he got caught up in the wash, but he wasn't able to fill the lane and they let the guy break outside, and Tracy got speed.
Right.
And they couldn't catch him. But if you do that against the Ravens, you're going to have a long day. So they're going to have to
big boy to the house.
Yeah, they're going to have to shore up that problem.
Yeah.
So
but Tate, 11 personnel, 3 wides, single safety, 7's in the box. You're not going to get those runs off moving forward with the additions of Sutton and Trice and those guys back. You know, you have too much depth. You could just straight up just play straight press and be like, if you beat us, you beat us. But all we know is we got to give you a second and a half. A second and a half, and Watt and Highsmith's to the crib.
Yeah.
They're to the crib, man.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. But so we're going to use this as a transition point to talking about the Monday Night Football game.
Mm-hmm.
And the Steelers came out. I believe the Giants won the toss and deferred. Steelers came out with the ball and had what we thought was a touchdown scoring drive. Pickens, no, that was the one Broderick Jones got a penalty.
Face mask. Yeah.
Face mask. So unnecessary and such an insignificant part of the play, I believe.
Yep.
It might have slowed the D tackle up, the D end up just to slight so Russ could get it off, but
yeah,
it didn't have to happen. I think Russ would have just went a little wider and made the same throw.
Yep.
But so the offense looked good. I think they scored the first 3 drives, 3 field goals, but scored on the first 3 drives.
Should have had 3 touchdowns. 3 straight up should have had 3 touchdowns.
2 for sure.
Yeah.
We talked about the defense getting gas, so they did make splash plays when it was time to, right?
Facts.
Russ was 20 and 28, I believe, 278, 1 touchdown. That won the Calvin.
Could have been 3.
Could have been 3.
Or 4. Because 1 foot doesn't equal 2 feet, or 1 elbow, or 1 knee. I mean, that is a crazy rule.
That's the biggest trash rule in the NFL. That rule sucks. That rule sucks. Straight up sucks. That rule's trash.
I don't even think you knew it was a rule until it happened. It got called against you. But that would have so George Pickens didn't get 2. So what was the other one? What would have been the 4th one?
The one to Vance Jefferson. That was a touchdown that they called back.
Van Jefferson caught a touchdown?
Yeah, he caught one, and they called it back. Vance Jefferson caught 1. Pickens caught 2, and they called all 3 of them suckers back.
Pickens caught 2. I don't remember Van catching one this week.
Yeah,
so
a little cross.
It even getting called back. But not saying it didn't. I just don't remember.
Did y'all hear what Jason Kelsey said? He was part of the halftime show. And he said, so let me get this straight. He said, if a guy caught the ball going down the sidelines and it's a 10 and hopped on 1 foot all the way like 5 times to the end zone, that's not a touchdown because the second foot never come down. And they said, yes.
There's no way.
I mean, it's the truth.
A trash rule.
It don't matter how many times that 1 foot hits the ground, it would not be a touchdown.
Man, that's the most ridiculous rule in all of football, man.
I know.
Go ahead.
You'd have to almost hop on 1 foot through the end zone for that not to be the case, because at some point that second foot going to drop. Especially when you get the end zone, you can relax. But or just dive, hit the ground in the end zone.
What is ridiculous is that any other part of your body, you only have to have one part of that body in.
Yeah, knee, elbow.
I don't care what it is. The elbow, knee, the hip, the shin. If one part of that body touches, it's a score. So if you've held the ball long enough to touch the ground and then touch it again, and you have possession of the ball and you hold it all the way through the catch, that's a touchdown. So
that's an unfortunate play. It was a play last year against somebody. George Pickens should have got another second foot down easily, and he didn't. Pickens just got to be a little better with that part of his game. I mean, like I said, I don't agree with the way the call works, but it is how it works. And, might have been difficult to get that second foot down, but you got to try and have that toe drag swag in your game too, though, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and read the super chat from our homie, the governor, the mayor, the president, and the leader of the Matrix, Claude Bishop.
Claude, man, thanks for the 5. He said, Broderick Jones is working on that bus status, and the Ratbird signed DJ. We know who that is, Big Trash. Not good for the Steelers, and the run defense needs to tighten up. You know what?
I agree with Claude on every point he said Broderick Jones. I still got confidence in Broderick Jones. I think DJ is a good signing for them.
Yeah.
Another $4.99 from David Littlejohn. Justin Fields better in the red zone than Russ scored in the red zone with his speed. I don't know if he's better, but he's more threatening. Therefore, the defense has more decisions to make. I think we'll see some packages come out to buy where Justin Fields gets in some of the red zone packages.
Yeah, as long as he's healthy. I mean, from what I'm understanding, he's going to go for an MRI tomorrow, and they're going to find out whether or not he's going to be okay. But we got the week off for the bye, and he's healthy. But I got to point this out before we move forward. I just want you guys to go back, and if you haven't watched it, watch Russell Wilson and Justin Fields on the bench for the Pittsburgh Steelers this last week against the Giants. Let me tell you guys, that warmed my heart, man, because you don't see that in the NFL where you have an established Super Bowl winning MVP type quarterback embrace a kid. And he's literally is treating Justin like not little brother, like this is my brother, and I got to get him together to be able to pass the torch to him. I saw it. And I was like, man, we got something with them too, man. We got something with them too. And so if Justin's healthy, Tate, I've been saying all along, Rusty's going to advocate for Justin to play. And as long as he's healthy, that is coming after the bye. You're going to see that.
I think Russ and Justin both all about winning.
Yeah.
That's what I think it comes down to. And I don't know if Russ keep playing like he's been playing through a 2-game sample size. The Steelers' decision get tough. I mean, you can't give Russ as long as a contract as you might would give Justin. And maybe they so tight where they both say, hey, let's split this $40 million, Russ 25, Justin 15.
Yeah,
something like that can happen. I don't know. And
I think they both get a 2-year deal. If Russie keeps playing the way he's playing, Russie maybe a 1 year and then give Justin a 2-year. I can see it.
I don't know if y'all noticed, the Steelers moved the ball freely, easily in the first half.
Yeah.
But they couldn't punch it in. They had to settle for field goals. Midway through the third, I said, well, what's missing?
Mm-hmm.
As they did not have any deep shots with Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately he tried one to Scotty Miller. There was a perfect throw that cleared the corner, went through Miller's hands and hit him in the thigh.
Yep.
So it was a very catchable moon ball, as you called it last week.
Yep.
Went right in the bucket, and Miller missed it. Well, then he come back with that deep back shoulder throw to Jefferson.
Yep.
For 37 or 38 yards.
40.
And then things started to open up.
Yeah.
The difference right now, and for this offense to be successful, Justin Fields has to see it before he releases.
Facts.
And Wilson doesn't. Wilson has the confidence to anticipate and to make the throw, even if it's one-on-one, that he's trusted his guy to come down with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a veteran and he's not worried about losing his position. So, and Tomlin trusts him to audible and to take shots downfield. Well, we see that it's opened up everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a knock against Justin Fields, who was 4-2 as the starter. He can sit behind Wilson and watch him and learn from his ability to anticipate and risk assessment. Sometimes the risk is worth it, sometimes it's not. But we got to realize that through all this, Justin Fields is growing behind a established veteran.
I agree, Shannon. And I think Justin Fields may be a little trigger shy from the reputation that he brought over from Chicago.
Exactly.
We don't want to make mistakes, and we not wanting to make mistakes is not wanting to take risks.
Exactly.
I mean, you can't be risk averse. You have to be calculated risk. Like you can't throw a ball that's a 70% interception chance, but if your receiver is George Pickens and he's one-on-one and it's a 80 George, 20 defender, you throw that ball.
Yes.
Facts.
Exactly.
Facts.
So shout out for the $9.99 super chat from the homie Corey Brown. Corey Brown. What's up, bruh? Thanks for the super chat. We are just beginning to see what Calvin Austin can do, especially with Russ delivering the ball. Russ and Calvin put a lot of work in San Diego. Calvin put a lot of work in San Diego with Russ. That's true. At that time, Russ was saying Calvin Austin reminded him a lot of Tyler Lockett.
Yes, he did say that. Yeah.
So, this is a great super chat and a transition point, man. So we're going to talk about real quick, then go to break and come back and get into the grading section, right? So I'm just going to play a quick clip from NFL Insider. Palmer, what's his last name?
It is Palmer. I think it's Josh Palmer or whatever. I think Josh Palmer. I think it is.
I think you might be right, Big G, but here that goes.
Make a move, get Mike Williams, just typical Steelers deal. The Steelers are definitely, we mentioned in the receiver spot, one of the spots that's really been aggressive looking for a wide receiver. I think they're going to have multiple options they look at. And I think their perception of the position, even though they're aggressive before, has changed even further with the way that Russell Wilson's played these last couple of weeks. I would be shocked if they didn't make a move for a wide receiver to complement George Pickens. I honestly would be. That's a move that we just had seen.
Yeah, so James Palmer.
Yeah.
But so no, I have to, and Big G, I've been back and forth. I've been saying they're gonna trade for somebody. Then after Monday night's performance by Van Jefferson, because Russ spreads the ball around more.
Yep.
It makes use of what he has. Still don't mean they don't need another more dynamic receiver on the outside with George Pickens, and you can shift Van Jefferson in the slot on running plays and Calvin Austin, on other plays, trick plays, passing plays, whatever. And the three guys that was pictured in James Palmer's little video clip were Mike Williams for the Jets, Darius Slayton for the Giants, and Calvin Ridley for the Titans. I believe all will be on the market and potentially traded by this time next Tuesday. The trade deadline next Tuesday at 4:00.
November 5th. Yep.
Yeah, so what are we thinking? So I'm back to they could use a piece. Russ is playing really well. If you get him another more explosive piece that bumps everybody down, from down the slot to 3 to 4 to 5, it might mean Scotty Miller going to the practice squad. But I think if you get somebody that's clearly an upgrade at the 2, and the way Russ is playing, and the way he's taking shots, I think it only opens it up for the tight ends more It opens it up for Najee and Jalen Warren more. I mean, what do you guys think?
Shannon, let me go with this one, man. Let me go with this one. I've been saying all along, they're not going to do it. And there's a reason why I believe they're not going to do it. They're going to stand put because we have not seen them at full strength. We have not seen them with Cordell Patterson healthy. We have not seen them with Roman Wilson healthy. We've just now seen them. We got a 2-game sample size with Russie. Jalen Warren is just now coming back healthy. Pruitt is just now coming back healthy. And I think that they're going to stand put with what they got because I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are dangerous at full strength. At full strength, they're dangerous.
Can I interject real quick?
Sure, absolutely.
This is the last opportunity to make a move. And if you feel like you're going all in, this is it. Now, whether you need it or not, I'm not saying suggest they spend a whole bunch of draft capital, but you get another good body in the building. I mean, I agree with everything you're saying, but you still can't hurt yourself by picking somebody up and seeing what that looks like too. I mean, you talk about getting healthy. Roman Wilson ain't walking through that door no time soon.
I mean, I get it, bro, but I think I'm telling you, I think that this is the reason, and I think it's more pressing now than ever because of what happened in Buffalo.
Corner time.
We already. Well, I bet it. It's a bet.
10 minutes they trade for somebody.
It's a bet.
Okay.
Right, but I don't think they do it. I think they stand put. I think we get healthy. But listen, Steelers fans is going to scream because of what Baltimore did, what Kansas City did, and what Buffalo did. So they're going to scream. They're going to scream, oh, we need to get a guy. Listen, man. I think at full strength, the Pittsburgh Steelers is an extremely dangerous football team. The 4 depth wide receiver that they have at tight end, the 3 and 4 depth wide receiver depth that they have, at healthy, Pittsburgh is dangerous, man. They are dangerous.
You can get better than Van Jefferson and everybody behind them. I'm not saying they're not serviceable, and they only became serviceable when Russ started playing.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
I mean, before 2 weeks ago, we really was like, oh, they need to trade for somebody. So if you get Russ a better weapon, you don't think you better off?
I just think they're going to stand pat. I've been saying it for about 3 weeks. I don't think they're going to do it.
What say you, Shannon?
Well, I think the reason that the receivers didn't look as good under Fields is, like I already mentioned, he didn't have the confidence to pull the trigger unless they were clearly open with, a good bit of separation. Which, if they would trade for anybody, I seen somebody had up Adam Thielen, which I had talked about earlier. You need a guy who's a veteran and a good route runner who can be reliable to get open on third downs, like a Jericho Cotchery back in the day. And if you bring in a guy like that, it doesn't have to be a starter per se, but just a reliable veteran. I'm not interested in Mike Williams. As soon as they trade for him, he'll get hurt. The guy gets hurt constantly.
I don't have interest in Mike Williams. My biggest interest is in Slayton. I want a guy on the other side with 4.3 40 speed that can take the top off on the outside. Calvin Austin in the slot and George Pickens on the other side. Now we cooking with fire.
Well, I've seen Slayton have his dropsies, which concerns me. People don't watch the Giants unless the Steelers are playing them. But if you watch them when they're getting crushed by Dallas and these other teams, he gets some dropsies.
But listen, in order to trade, you got to have 2 to tango. A team has got to be willing to trade a piece, right? So this is not one of them situations where Omar Khan can lowball, no diddy, no doubt, a team. If he wants a piece, he's got to go after it. So listen, I'm the guy that's saying, if you're going to do it, do it. Trade a first round, call the New York Jets right now. Go get Garrett Wilson. Call the New Orleans Saints right now. Go get Chris Olave. Give up your first round pick because that's what we did with Minka. With Minka, everybody had a conniption. Oh, we traded our future first round pick. Look what we got in Minka Fitzpatrick. So if you're going to go get a player, don't lowball it. Go use your first round pick for next year and go get a dude. Don't try to go get one of these little pieces if you're really all in. So that's my opinion.
I see where you put on there, try to go for Chris Olave or Garrett Wilson. Hey, I understand. If you're going all in, but right now they haven't even used Pat Freiermuth to his capabilities. We're just now seeing him use Washington. CA3 is finally starting to make some plays, and Jefferson made a few plays the other night. With this offense, I think that's what they want. This is not going to be a 400 yards a game passing offense. So, I mean,
with Russ, it's been 300 almost 2 weeks in a row.
I'm talking about 400 passing yards.
Okay.
I ain't talking about total yards because, yeah, we're going to run the ball. So I'm just saying that I still would like to see a better utilize the talent on hand more so than worrying about what they don't have.
Mm.
Well, I think like the other teams, when you all in, you go all in. It's an arms race. I like what Big-G's saying. My only problem with that is at some point those guys don't get paid number one wide receiver money, and you got to pay George Pickens. So
you think that the Ravens getting Deontay Johnson's a great big move?
He's gonna be there. Lamar Jackson's number one receiver by the time next month comes.
Well, what I think is going to happen is he's going to realize he's going to have to block a lot, and he ain't going to like it. And I don't think he's going to be half the impact player that you think he's going to be.
I think he's been humble. He got sent to football purgatory. Now he's back with a chance to go to the playoffs again. You know, he's had attitude problem and stuff, but I believe in second chances. I think Deontay's going to fit in good. I mean, so we'll see. That's yet to be seen. But I think he's a better route runner than Zay Flowers. But they got two guys now. I mean, and you still got Rashad Bateman as your third. So you upped your room. That's all I'm suggesting Pittsburgh do is up their room. Mm. But Super Chat, the homie Big Rube Stone, what's up, man? Hey, yo, low fella, Big G.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. I think he's talking about the whole Olave Wilson thing, Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
And like I said, I agree, minus the money. They both in their third year.
Second. This is year.
That's year three for Olave.
This is year three. It's year three for Olave and Wilson. Yeah. Yeah.
So next year you gotta make a 5th-year option decision. This summer.
But they've already proven that they're worth the 5th year. I mean, Minka was on a trash Miami team, but we saw the talent. So I'm saying if you're gonna go get it, if we're all in, let's go get a dog. These little scrubs, I'm straight.
And Minka, when he got paid, became at the time the highest paid safety in the league.
Hey,
not gonna do that with Wilson or Olave, and you got George Pickens, who seems like he's starting to maybe grow up a little bit and play well under Russ.
I take them both and let the chips fall where they may. Listen, if you're all in, Tate, if you're all in, you got to do what you got to do, dog.
This George Pickens third year too. You got to pay them both at the same time.
Hey, it is what it is. May the best man win.
George getting about 30.
I feel you, but may the best player win.
Ain't no reason. So what do you mean? They play on a what do you call it? For they play the rest of this year for a contract next year.
Well, maybe you pay one in year 4 and one in year 5. Maybe you figure that out.
Why you slide on the 5th-year option? And George was a 2nd-round player. He got to get his money coming into next year.
Listen, I don't have no problem with following the Bengals model. Pay one and then franchise tag them jokers back-to-back years until we can work something out. Because I'm saying if the Steelers believe that they're all in for the chip, because if they're all in, I'm with the move, but I don't want no Steve Slayton. I want a dog. I want when you game plan, you got to look and be like, oh my God, how are we going to stop them?
Darius Slayton, I think you can get him for a pick swap, and he's going to get out there and stretch the defense. I mean, that's the guy of the three that James Palmer had. I mean, everybody's talking about Mike Williams. I don't want Mike Williams.
Oh,
I think Adam Thielen is a slot and he's slow. I don't necessarily like. I'm all about explosiveness. I mean, I guess sometimes you need a good savvy veteran and stuff like that. But he's 34 years old. I'm just not with that one. But hey, so we're gonna move. We're gonna take another quick break. You're watching on YouTube. We're not going anywhere. Then we're gonna get back and get into these grades for the first part of the season, midterm. And I got one more thing I wanted to say. Let me ask this before. Let me go to the break and come back and ask this then. So if you're watching on YouTube, don't go anywhere. We're gonna be right back. If you listen on audio, we have to hear a few words from our partners and pay some bills, and we'll be right back after this. And we're back on the Pump Your Brakes podcast on a hump night, Wednesday night pod. So, Big G, Shannon, real quick. Who the best two quarterbacks in the NFL right now?
Quarter,
QB.
Lamar Jackson and Pat Mahomes.
Shannon?
The two best. I will still say Mahomes. I'd have needed more time to think. It's not Lamar Jackson. He's a player. He's not a good quarterback. Still is not a good quarterback. He's more of an athlete.
Two-time MVP, but so who do you say? I mean, real quick. Think quick on your feet.
Shoot. I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I could say Stroud. I could say Love. It's one of the young guys.
You put all them guys over Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Okay. I was hoping you guys Last King of Scotland. He has a good game, I think like 80 yards. I mean, he could certainly help us. So, but Big G wants to go big game hunting. But thanks for the $1.99, Last King. But so I was hoping you guys said, oh, Corey Brown back in the bill again is chasing stats for a new contract. The Ravens system will not fit him.
That's facts.
That could be true, but he want to go get the stats in Carolina.
No,
so he got to be okay with not getting them in Baltimore, and winners get paid. That's what I say to that.
That's facts. That's facts too, Tate.
But I was hoping you said Josh Allen. I knew you were going to say Mahomes because we're not scared of Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. You know why? Because Russ beat them both last year.
Yeah.
You know, you hear all this talk about these quarterbacks and stuff like that, and you hear the negative stuff about Russ. Russ beat the Bills in Buffalo and then defended his home field and beat the Chiefs by 2 scores.
Yeah, and we ain't scared of Lamar. We ain't we ain't scared of him. We own Lamar.
We got Lamar numbers. I see no reason why the Steelers can't beat any team in the AFC for real. Especially with the way this second half of the schedule is playing out.
Yeah. We just got to put it.
How tough we thought it was when the schedule dropped. We didn't think the Browns would be 2-6. We didn't think the Bengals would be 3-5, bleeding against the run. You know what I mean? And Baltimore has lost to the Raiders and to the Browns. You know what I mean? So, and you got Philly and Kansas City. I'm not worried about that. Now that we'll win them all, I'm not worried about them though. So to me, that schedule is not as tough as what we thought it was in May when the schedule dropped.
Yeah. And Baltimore, all we got to do is punish Big Boy. All we got to do is punish Big Boy. If we punish Big Boy, he's going to quit. I seen it in him. He is not – I'm telling you, when it gets cold outside and you run at Big Boy and you just keep hitting him, he going to quit. He going to quit, man. I'm talking about Derrick Henry. He going to quit.
That game come up. I knew what you're talking about. So that game's coming up after the Commanders game. I don't think Derrick Henry is a quitter. He may not like to run in the cold. I don't know. I don't think he's a quitter though. But
before we get on the grades, I got to say there is one positive. Now Deontay Johnson plays for a team that I can't stand. So I can feel perfectly secure in the fact that I despise him.
Yeah, I can't stand.
You can. So with that being said, with the next game coming up, I'm here in the DMV, and I got a couple dudes I might go to come on the last half of the show next week to talk about the Commanders from their perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get to that as the week comes to next week. But okay, so it's time.
Yeah.
It's time to give that grade. The grade.
I like that. I like that graphic right there. I like that one.
We talking fan participation is a grade. Midterm grade. Go ahead,
so we're gonna start at the bottom. We're gonna start at the bottom or go up, or which way we're gonna go? Fan participation at the bottom.
How many subjects were there?
6.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's start at the bottom and go up, and then you and Shannon alternate like fan participation. Shannon, you go first. Big G, you go second. Miscellaneous, Big G, you go first. Shannon, you go second. We just do it like that.
All right. Fan participation, I'm just going to do one thing. A++. Don't nobody in the business travel like the Pittsburgh Steelers. We went to Atlanta and we took over Atlanta. We went out to Vegas and took over Vegas. We went to Indianapolis and they was talking all that big yak. And so we was pissed off over there, but we still took their spot over too. There's no nation like Steeler Nation in all of football, and A++, period.
Shannon?
Well, I'll say an A. I think that Steeler Nation is the best in football. I don't think it's they travel. I think there's Steeler fans everywhere. So when the Steelers play like in Vegas, there's tons of Steeler fans there. They show up. When it's in Atlanta, there's tons of Steeler fans in Atlanta. They show up. I don't think it's traveling so much as it is the Steelers are worldwide.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I'd say an A.
When they come here, like they will next week, and last time me and B Dirt was at the game together. They played the Monday night opener in 2016 here, and yeah, it was all terrible towels in the building, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
It really was. But okay, so we got 2 A's for that. And I want to say something. The national media, I've been hearing people talk, especially the dude J Mac when Colin Coward get on my nerves. Colin Coward comes on a little bit. J Mac is a Jet fan. They the biggest trash team that it is. He said, well, look who the Steelers beat. They beat the Raiders, the Giants, and the Jets. You can only play who's on your schedule. The other 3 wins are against Atlanta, who's in first place in their division, the Denver Broncos, who are behind the Chiefs for second place in their division, and that 3rd win was against who? Remind me.
Who?
I mean, we know the last 3, but the first 3 wins. Who just
Los Angeles Chargers? Those Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh, the Chargers who they was all high on because Harbaugh and Herbert and all that. So I feel like the Steelers have, and I really feel like they should have won the Dallas game. I mean the Colts, I feel like maybe they lose that one. They got jumped on quick, but Dallas, you up a touch better than a touchdown, not better than a touchdown. They need a touchdown to win with 4 minutes left, and you get that up. That's a game we're supposed to win every time.
Shannon, pick a side for for the guys over there on Colin Coward's show. Number 4, I knew you was going to pick number 4. That's why I put this sign there. Dumpster juice. They trash. The national media needs to come around and give the Steelers some respect, Tate and Shannon. They tripping.
I don't disagree with you. Let's get through the grades. Next up is miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is like, to me, like your depth, the scripted play, first 15 out the gate. I mean, it's kind of a mix with coaching and decision making. But how do you grade the miscellaneous?
Shannon?
To me, miscellaneous is more. To me, miscellaneous is more culture, environment,
Okay, that makes sense.
Things, facilities off the field. And I'd say A, because the Steelers are, even though it's tough to do in the modern era, the free agency era, the Steelers culture and environment still matters. And I still believe it's the best in the NFL.
I give them an A2 just for the simple fact is we got serviceable offensive coordination that was brought into the building. So give them an A.
I think that's part of coaching. I agree with Shannon's description better than mine, or what you're going, Big G.
Yeah.
But okay, so 2 more A's. Now we're gonna talk about coaching.
Man, don't even start with me, dog. You already know. You already know. All them people out there, them Steeler haters that want to get rid of Mike Tomlin, you done lost your rabbit mind. Mike Tomlin is probably the best coach in all football. Hey, ain't even nothing else to talk about.
I think he's up there behind Andy Reid, but he's definitely top 5 in my book.
Facts.
Derrick Henry never had 100 yards rushing against the Steelers, but with that defense, he might run for 200. You might be right, Claude.
Bet corner time, Claude. Bet corner time, Claude. Bet corner time.
I don't think that's happening.
Bet corner time.
I think they'll be uber focused on Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson and stopping the run and making Lamar beat him as a passer. That's what I got to believe. Shannon, coaching grade.
I'm going to say a B.
Okay.
What?
I don't like the fact that the coaches didn't have more faith with Fields to give him at least the ability to check out of bad plays. A lot of the problems has come from injuries and stuff. I understand that. But sometimes you got to believe in your guys. And we play scared at times on both sides of the ball. I hate the secondary coverages in the last 3 weeks where they've been going very vanilla and very off man and zone with guys who's not made to play off man and zone. So I think there's a lot of room for improvement, but they're bending but don't break. But when you play better teams, they're going to break you. So they're going to have to play tougher. So I'll say a B.
I'll meet you guys in the middle. I'll say a B plus. I mean, I think Tomlin has had them ready most weeks. We took that L to the Colts as our really only bad loss. The Cowboy game we should have won, but the Cowboys are a talented roster at the end of the day.
Not really.
Well, they were predicted to win that division and compete with Philly.
Yeah, but they didn't even have their best defensive players that game. I mean,
they didn't.
That was a terrible loss.
No, I agree, and that's why I said that's one they should have won. The Colts one, they just got jumped on. They got started too slow as a collective.
One more thing. Any defensive coordinator worth his salt will move TJ Watt around and give him some one-on-one opportunities, because 3 weeks in a row letting him get chipped to death and doubled and ineffective was inexcusable.
They flipped him, though, Shannon. They flipped him.
Yeah, this week.
They did move him Monday night.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something they're working on during the bye. Next up, special teams. Let's go quick. We got about 5 minutes.
Punt. Listen, we got the best special teams coach in all freaking NFL. I sent y'all a clip today. We blocking punts, returning punts for touchdowns, out there making big time plays, man. Numero uno, dog. I love our coach, man. I love our coach.
Danny Smith. Shout out Danny
Smith.
Smith.
Numero uno, number 1.
Shannon.
For the first time ever, I'll give Danny Smith's group an A, because they are not getting mindless, illegal blocks, holding on every return. They are making splash plays, touchdown, punt return, block kicks. The punting has been excellent. Thank the Lord for Corliss Wakeman. So, yes, I will give him an A.
Corliss Wakeman been playing so good, make you wonder if Cameron Johnson going to be back next year. I mean,
facts.
I don't know.
Wakeman's playing great. Yes.
He's been playing great. And Calvin Austin ran the first punt back for a touchdown in 5 years since who, Shannon?
Was it San Antonio Holmes?
No, in 5 years.
Oh,
All right.
oh gosh, 5 years.
AB.
You know, 5 years. You allowed to hate him, Shannon.
Was it AB? No, Dante Johnson.
There you go. I said you allowed to hate him, Shannon.
Context clues.
All right. Here we go. All right, who want to do one? You want to do offense or defense first?
That don't matter to me. Go ahead, pick one.
Let's do the offense first because I think defense was the strength of the team.
Yep.
Yeah, I got air quotes up, but we'll see.
Okay.
So Shannon, offense.
A B.
Yep.
I think that there's room for improvement. It's much better than the last 2 years. Thank God for Arthur Smith. He can't help it. The offensive line has been decimated by injuries, and they have held together to where everybody's getting a chance to contribute. We're seeing an NFL caliber offense that has a lot of room for improvement, but I do believe they have the talent to do that. So I'm going to say a B.
I give them the exact same grade. A lot of room for improvement. I want to see what they look like as close to full strength as you possibly can. But I know with the injuries, we done figured out we got dogs on that offensive line.
Yep.
We got some dogs.
I'm excited about getting Zach Frazier back. I think I like the way Mason McCormick is playing over how James Daniels good, but I just like Mason McCormick's mentality. James Daniels was kind of a good offensive lineman, but he's a passive nice guy. You know, I like that road raider, that pit bull. You know what I mean? I like that in Mason McCormick. So I think eventually with him and Frazier and Ciamalo in the middle, if Roderick Jones starts playing well, Dan Moore's been playing okay still.
Yeah.
I don't think Dylan Cook comes take a starting position right away. But I'm looking forward to Fauton. I'm looking forward to seeing them all healthy. Big G, your thing, looking forward to see Darnell Washington more involved.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Tate. What did I tell you he was going to do? He's killing.
Well, you said 500-600 yards. I don't know if that's going to happen. But I
he
think
got about 200.
He's doing it, man. He's doing it.
Yeah, he got. Listen, to get close to that 200, man. We're gonna be all right. I'm gonna be right there.
Okay, no, I like Russ's involvement of him. I think it's more meat on the bone for Freiermuth, but and I think only a new receiver can open that up. But I would give the offense a B to a solid B, and you gotta love the way Najee Harris is running the football.
Big facts. Pay that man. Yeah. Pay him his bread.
If they want to keep him, they might have to now.
Give him his money, man. Stop it. Give him his bread.
I got a feeling he goes for his fourth 100-yard game against the Commanders. I'm just putting that out there early.
Respect. Give that man his bread. He deserves it.
Big G. You remember 3 weeks ago, I started with the 100-yard game thing.
I lost the corner time. I owe you 10 minutes on Friday.
Yeah, but I'm saying I started it then, and he's going 3 straight.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I'm gonna gladly do my 10 minutes of corner time because I might have stirred it up. So yeah, I'll take my 10 minutes.
Najee might have heard you.
Yeah, I hope he did. I hope wherever you're listening, Najee, you hear it.
Last but not least, the defensive grade, and we're gonna get ready to get out of here and slam on these brakes and get out of here for the Wednesday night Pump Your Brakes podcast. So Big G, you go ahead and who went first in the offense?
Shannon.
I think I did, yeah.
Okay, Big G, you go ahead and go first on the defense.
A-.
Why?
The only reason why is because I don't think that they played at full strength. I think once all the pieces are back, Herbig, Sutton, Trice, A. But right now it's A- because we give up too many chunk plays. Now, we get big plays, but we give up a lot of chunk plays, and I don't like that. I want to see some 3 and out. Get up out of there. Get that offense sitting on the sideline. Let's rev up the defense.
It goes back to what Shannon said a while ago during this podcast. The play calling is too passive. Like they get to 3rd and 8, they want to play the sticks instead of just being aggressive. Just do what you do best.
Yeah. A-.
Do what you do best and get off the field. Shannon, what's your thoughts on the defense, man? Grade-wise.
I almost say B-, but I'm going to say B because I do not like the scheme with Terrell Austin coaching. I'd rather have Brian Flores, but that's gone. I don't like the passive-aggressive coverage. I don't think he's utilizing his skill position defenders. A guy like TJ Watt, you cannot allow teams to easily focus on him and take him away. Now, will they be able to do that when you got Highsmith and Herbig coming from the other side? No. So a lot of this has been injuries. Corey Trice being out. They've had other guys hurt. So it's, there's reasons, but we got to go back to the bottom line is that they're the highest paid defense in the NFL. This is a team that the payroll and the whole principle of this team is centered on the defense. So because of that, I expect even more. So I'm going to have to stick with a B.
And once again, I'm going to meet you guys in the middle. I'm going to say B+, and that's basically strictly based off the points per game they're giving up. I mean, they're holding teams, I believe, like about 18, 17 points a game. And you can win a lot of games with your defense holding teams to that. I think there's room for improvement, definitely. You got to scheme up TJ Watt better than what you have been doing. Mm-hmm. And I think the difference is, like Shannon said about Terrell Austin, I would certainly rather have Brian Flores. But I like TA. I just think he comes from a secondary perspective. So, he's more about coverage and mixing up coverages and disguising coverages versus somebody like Keith Butler and Dick LeBeau. They was coming at you. And I like that mentality better.
I would say that Terrell Austin, Mike Tomlin carries Terrell Austin's nuts around in his purse.
Ooh!
Because Terrell Austin's like, can I call this? Can I do that? And Tomlin guarantees him permission. And I want a guy that has the cojones to go out there and call an aggressive game plan with one of the best defensive talents in the whole world. And look at the talent on that defense. And there's times that they're invincible. And you look at what keeps happening. 12 play drives that Watt has to come off the field. Highsmith has to come off the field. Cam Hayward has to come off the field because they're exhausted. Because they can't get off the field on third down because they're playing like a bunch of pansies.
Oh, Shannon out there talking cash, Tate.
I don't disagree. Shannon was talking about the chestnut, so I know he was feeling it.
Yeah, he wasn't playing around, man.
But hey, shout out to Renee Frausto for the $5 super chat that didn't say anything. If you want to say something in the next 2-3 minutes, we'll get it up there. But yeah, I do think the scoring has a lot. At the end of the day, defense is about the amount of points you give up. Now, we give up too many yards. The schemes are not the best we could do. But from a point perspective, and typically the 12-play drives, they usually bend and don't break, give up a field goal, or sometimes the drive is long enough they force a turnover, whether it be TJ with a strip sack, whether it be an interception. I think we probably got about 6 or 7. And Bobini got 3. Dante Jackson got 3.
Yep.
Who else got something?
JPJ got 1. That's 7.
JPJ got 1?
Yeah, he got 1.
He did get 1. Yeah. That was against Dallas.
Elliott got 1.
Elliott.
Corey Trice got 1 too.
Yep, Trice.
That's 9 right there. And we just count off the top of our head. But okay. How many interceptions have the Steelers thrown?
Shoot, less than 3.
Yeah.
Less than 3. Russie ain't got none.
No, I mean, Fields had 1.
Yeah.
Wilson has none.
Yeah. One.
That's a big turnaround. I think we got Fields had like 5 touchdown passes and 5 rushing touchdowns. Russ got 3 passing touchdowns in 2 games and 1 rushing touchdown. So we getting much better production from the quarterback position than we were
yeah.
at this time last year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, fellas, man, we about to go ahead and get out of here, man. It's been an in-depth show, as Big G said. We went more in-depth than usual. I think it's just another great show for another great week.
Facts.
You know, Shannon, what you got going on, man?
I don't know if I have anything else this week. Just, make sure you check out The Hangover. We had to move it to Sunday because with the Monday night game, but we'll be back on our normal 9 o'clock Monday slot. So check that out. And I know that I was a little reserved tonight, but I'll try to get the passion back next week.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You was reserved, man. Talk about these.
Shannon wasn't playing around, bro. You know.
Big G, what's up with you, man? What's going on? And let me tell you real quick, Big G.
Yeah.
They got a picture up right now with Bronny. Bronny just got in the game in his hometown of Cleveland. But the Cavs are up by 20 with 2 minutes left. About to go 5-0.
Yeah.
Have beat the Knicks and the Lakers in consecutive games. So, hey, we looking good like we thought, man. I know you're going to say it. We got to get that rather Cavalier fire back up, man. We owe the people, bro.
Big facts. Hey, thanks again for rocking with us, you guys. Make sure if you like the content of this show, you watch every Steel Curtain Network show that's out there. Everything from The Hangover to The Homies Overtime to the Scobro Show. We have great content every week, every day of the week. You can catch a show about the same time every week. So like and subscribe to the Steel Curtain Network. And if you like that, make sure you swing over to the Know It Alls podcast, which me and Tate Boy Freshens. Time to time, we have Shannon with his passion over there, but with our boy Mod, and we get all the whole crew over to the Know It Alls. For our chat generals, make sure you put the Know It Alls in the live comments so that way they know the correct spelling. Make sure you swing and check me out on Mondays on the Level Up College Football Podcast. Andy P. and Sarah C. Listen, I love professional football. I'm a diehard Steelers fan, but my passion is for college football. So I get a lot of reception for, listen, he got me with a no diddy. I don't even care. But so my passion is for college football without a shadow of a doubt. So make sure you check me out on Mondays on Fans First Sports Network, Level Up College Football Podcast. And like Tate mentioned, don't forget about That's Rather Cavaliers, Cleveland Cavaliers podcast. We'll be back to you guys in a second. And we just started doing our No Cap recap. You can catch us right after the Monday night game live on YouTube on the Know It Alls channel, where we do about a 40 to 50-minute breakdown of the games of the week. We talk about the highlights.
35 to 40. Don't scare the people, make them stay up that late.
Yeah, 35 to 40. It ain't that long. But we really do a quick job of analyzing what happened at the week and then talk about the week moving forward. So we appreciate you guys rocking with us. We think, I think at one point in the live chat, we had about 160-something people in there. So we appreciate all you guys rocking with us, man. You know what you got to know Diddy for. Yeah, I know. Swing on over. I know. You could have said jump over. You could have done any lot of things. But yeah, man, great show, guys. We about to get out of here, and we'll be back next Wednesday. Like Big G said, we'll be on the Homies on your Steel Curtain Network on Friday night at 8 p.m. with the homie and keeper of the 3 and 5 running through the jungle, Bingo Channel B Dirt, and the bad losers 4 and 3 Chicago Bears that can't knock down a Hail Mary. So make sure you swing over to watch the Homies and Homies Overtime, because payday owes me 1 hour and 30 minutes of corner time. Oh my God. Tate, I don't know what increments I'm going to take it in, man. I don't know. 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, just take it in even increments, 10 or 20, Give him some time for his voice to be heard on the show. Yeah. Unless you just want to zap him, let us look at the back of his dreads for the whole night. Yeah. I should make him put on a muscle t-shirt and turn his back. People will watch it then. Pay McAfee. Pay McAfee in the building. But yeah, fellas, great show. Big G went straight Diddy again right after we talked about the very word he just said. I don't care. Obviously not. But we about to get out of here, man. Until next week,
We're gonna shoot you these deuces, and Shannon take us home, man.